Hello, what is up, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be all about my 2021 goals and the vision board that I made for this year. Now, real quick, before we get into this video, I just have two little disclaimers. The first being, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore in my January favorites video. I am pre-filming like 3 to 4 videos all in one day, and I just really didn't see the point in changing my shirt and creating more dirty laundry for myself. And then the second disclaimer is that if you hear any loud noises, loud talking, that is because my parents are doing some construction in the kitchen upstairs, so I will try to edit out as much as I can. Before I created my 2021 goals, I really just wanted to take a step back and look at the year of 2020. I really just wanted to try not to judge myself, because obviously 2020 was out of anyone's control. It was a really hard year for a lot of people, and I knew that a lot of my goals really weren't going to be achieved. It really helped me prioritize what goals I wanted to work on for this year. Now, you might be wondering, why is she uploading this video in February? Why didn't she upload it in January, in the very beginning of the year? And that is because I wanted to continue that no judgment thought process. This year, I really want to be nicer to myself about the things that I'm able to do. I really wanted to take the month of January and take the goals that I created for myself and think about them. Are these the goals that I really want to be working on for this year? What's higher on my priority list than others? What am I actually capable of doing in terms of time? There are only so many hours in a day, in a week, in a month. So what am I physically, mentally, emotionally really capable of working on and achieving? And I definitely think we have that new year, new me mentality, which is a fine mentality to have. But I also think that it's important to remember that you can create a new version of yourself anytime throughout the year. It doesn't have to be on January 1st. It could be a random Thursday in July. It could be August 31st. It could be December 20th. You can wake up on any day and say to yourself, today's the day that I start working on XYZ. So just remember that. Just because it's already doesn't mean that you can't start working on new goals. So what I told myself to really make sure that I was being nice to myself, I said to myself, okay, you are going to try your darn best every single month and then adjust your goals for the month that follows. Because every month I might have different priorities. I might want to do or work on different goals. This may be the communications marketing major in me that's saying this. Both my bachelor's and master's degree are in communications, social media, all that jazz. It's important to have measurable goals. So a number within your goal to be able to track it. You can't know if you achieved something if you don't have a way of tracking it. I also think it's important to have a plan in place in order to reach your goals. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, maybe it'll make more sense as we get on into my specific goals. So that is what we're going to do now. I also have my goals written down in front of me, so if I'm looking down at all, I'm just reading them off my paper. But how I did my goals is fairly similar to how I categorized my goals in 2020. So if you haven't seen my 2020 goals and vision board video, I'll link that here in case you want some more inspiration for your goals. My first category is travel. So goal number 1 is to visit 2 states that I have not been to. And obviously this is pandemic permitting, but I would really love to see more of my own country and to get out and travel a bit more. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we are able to do that this year. And then my next category is finances. So goal number 2 is to save $4,200. Now, I did actually reach my financial savings goal for 2020, but what I failed to take into account was paying my bills and paying off my loans. So for this year, I really wanted to make sure I planned it the right way. So by the end of the year, with paying my bills and my loans, I want to have $4,200 at least in my savings account that isn't to be touched. So now for this goal, I do have some objectives written out. So for January, February, and March, I'm going to save $50 a week. For April, May, June, I'm going to save $75 per week. For July, August, September, I'll save $100 per week. And then for October, November, December, I'll save $125 per week. So adding all that up, that'll bring me to $4,200. And especially for finance goals, I think it's important to break your goals down into smaller objectives or smaller goals, because you have to have a plan for getting to that amount of money. But my third goal is part of my career category, and that is to plan 2 events for my personal portfolio. And again, this is pandemic permitting. Hopefully I can plan 2 events for anybody. It could be for a business, it could be for a family member, it could be for myself. My fourth goal is to get a job in my field. And that could be part-time, it can be self-employed, I can freelance, whatever it is. I love what I learned in college and I really want to put it into practice. So now getting into my faith, my fifth goal is to go to church once per month. And again, like many other of my goals, this is pandemic permitting. So goal number 6 is to read the Bible 2 to 3 times per week. And I actually, instead of reading it with a physical Bible, have started listening to it through the Holy Bible app on my phone, which I've actually really enjoyed doing. So now getting into health and wellness, goal number 7 is to drink 96 ounces of water per day. And this is one of those goals where I thought to myself, I'm not necessarily going to create month-to-month goals right off the bat, but I'm gonna see how January goes and kind of alter that plan then for February. Goal number 8 is to work out 3 to 4 times per week. Working out every day honestly just isn't realistic for me. I do love working out, but there are just some weeks where I'm just not as motivated. So I think 3 to 4 is a good number for me. Goal number 9 is to meditate once per month. And this goal, along with the next goal, are actually ones that are kind of lower on my priority list, which is why they have such a low number in terms of like occurrences. But I like to meditate, yeah, but if I don't get to it a lot, that's fine, which is why I only have it as once a month. And that kind of goes hand in hand with goal number 10, which is to practice yoga twice per month. Goal number 11 is to write in my journal twice per month. And any other year, I probably would have had this number a lot higher, maybe every day, maybe 5 times a week. But the reason I don't have this goal as higher is because of my next goal. So goal number 12 is to write in my 5-year question a day memory journal every single day. I don't have it on hand with me now, but I'll insert a picture of it here. Basically how this journal works is that every day of the year, you answer one question, and you do this every day for 5 years. So basically every year on, say, February 9th, you'll answer the same question. So it's kind of nice to be able to look back and see what you wrote in the past. For me, since I try to be such a busy person, this is kind of like writing in my personal journal, but it just takes a bit less time. And my next category is YouTube. Goal number 13 is to upload to YouTube once a week. And obviously there's some give and take with this. I do work full time, so some weeks maybe I won't post a video, but I want to try my darn best. And then my goal for growth is to grow to 1,000 subscribers. My goal for 2020 was to hit 200, which I did. And I think now I'm at about 300, which is so exciting. I love getting to talk to people in the comments and meet new people virtually. Another platform that I really wanted to focus on this year was TikTok. But my 2 goals for TikTok are to post 1 cover per week. So that could be like any song that I just want to sing, and it could be 15 seconds, it could be up to a minute, whatever it is. I just want to get 1 musical TikTok up. And then I also want to post just a second random video every week. This could literally have to do with anything under the sun, from hair to skincare to something funny to a dancing video, whatever it is. I just want to enjoy the platform. But now getting into music. Music is so special to me. And I feel like ever since I graduated high school, my relationship with music has kind of been pushed to the side, and I just don't want to ever forget how special music is and what it's done for me. So goal number 17 is to do vocal warm-ups once per week at least, even if I'm not really singing that week, just to use my voice. Goal number 18 is to post 6 full-length covers on Instagram TV for the entire year. And I feel like that's a pretty reasonable number. That's literally 1 cover every other month. Goal number 19 is to write 2 original songs. I love writing music. Sometimes I feel like I'm not that good at it, but it's really fun and it helps with like emotional releases and stuff. But this year I want to record and mix at least 1 original song. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a song that I write this year, because I do have a handful of songs that I've written in the past that I've performed in front of people, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback about them. So maybe I'm just too hard on myself and they're better than I think. I don't know, but I want to record them just for myself, even if I don't do anything with it. However, if I have the chance, I do want to record multiple songs and then send my tracks into record labels. Even if nothing comes out of it, I think it'd just be really fun to try. And then I also want to learn how to create my own tracks. Now that I'm out of college, I really don't have something that I'm continuously doing to learn and educate myself on. So I think it'd be fun to like learn how to use GarageBand, learn how to create an audio track, learn how to create things to put my music to. I want to learn more about like production, music production and all that. I think it's so cool. Even if I'm terrible at it, it would just be fun to learn. And my next category is called dreams. And these goals don't actually have an obtainable number. They're just 4 goals that I would just love to get done. Probably not this year if I'm being honest and realistic with myself, but in the near future, like the next few years. Goal number 23 is to create my own planner. I love planners, but I've just never found a planner that does everything I want it to do. And maybe you feel the same way too. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite planner? So goal number 24 is to create a cookbook. I don't know if this would be like a healthy recipe cookbook, if it would just be a random cookbook. I don't know, but I love to cook and create new recipes, and I think it'd be fun just to create one. There's no rhyme or reason to that one. Goal number 25 is to become an organizational coach, because I pride myself on my organizational skills. Ask anybody, my planner, my Google Calendar, everything is color-coded, and specifically college students, maybe they have all of their syllabi and they just don't know how to best like track everything and organize all of their assignments to be able to get everything done in a timely manner. Or maybe a business needs help organizing things. I just think it'd be fun to help people organize because I have an obsession with organization, storage, anything like that. So my 26th goal is to create my own business. I just think creating my own business would be so fun because this would give me a way to get back into my field and kind of take control of what I do. But now that I've talked to you about my goals, I want to talk to you about how exactly I'm tracking them. Now, I'm not sure that I love the tracking sheets that I'm using, but I had them in a notebook, so I just wanted to use them up. This is my goal tracking book that I put in the folder of my planner. So on the front, I just have my favorite quote, "God is within her, she will not fall." Then I printed out and glued 2021 goals and tracker, and then I wrote my name. There are 3 different sheets. I have one with 4 trackers. The first one is for my 5-year question a day journal, the water goal, my workout goal, and then my Bible goal. And then this one is a circle. I have each day numbered. And the goals I have here are writing in my journal, going to church, saving $50 a week for March. Obviously that goal changes depending on the month that I'm in. Meditation, yoga, TikTok, YouTube, and vocal warm-ups. So basically any goal that wasn't written on this habit tracker or this tracker is written on this little to-do sheet. And the only page that is color-coded is this wheel tracker. So basically to track it, I just do a little rectangle and color it in. So I want to save $50 per week, and on the 5th, I put $50 in my account. So I just did a little green rectangle. And on the 2nd, I uploaded a YouTube video, so I just marked that on the 2nd. And I'm sure you can go on Pinterest and just type in like bullet journal tracking sheets or habit tracking sheets, something like that, and you'll find a variety of different sheets that you can choose from. Because like I said in the beginning of this video, having a way to track your goals is just really important in my opinion, and I think that this is a good way to do that. And now on to my favorite part of the video is my vision board. So again, if you haven't seen my 2020 goals and vision board video, I loved the vision board that I made for that. I was so obsessed with it, but it was really, really big. So this was my 2020 goals vision board. It's super cute. I really do love it. I ended up gluing my goals on the back and I went to get it laminated because once 2020 ended, I was just like, okay, well, now what do I do with it? I didn't want to throw it out because I worked so hard on it, which is why, like I said, I went to Staples, I got it laminated, and now I can just kind of chuck it underneath my bed. So I definitely knew for this year's vision board that I didn't want something so big and I wanted it to be functional. I made my vision board on just like a normal piece of copy paper. Here is what it looks like. I love this so much. I love the vibe that it gives, and I did this all by hand. I just cut everything out myself, even these like little stripes here. I cut everything, I glued it myself. It definitely took some time to figure out like where I wanted to place everything. After I made this vision board, I decided to actually make a photocopy of it and put it in my planner. So here it is. I think that's so cool. And this is definitely really functional. The planner that I use, I think is called, Day Designer. And most of them come with this folder in the front. So I put the cover sheet that came with this behind it. But I just think that this is such a cool way to always have your vision board on display. We put so much work into these vision boards, and then what? For me personally, I just knew that if I did this, I would always look at it. I literally use my planner every single day, so I get to see this beautiful vision board that I made every single day. And like I did last year, I uploaded all of the images that I used for this vision board to a Pinterest board. So the Pinterest board is called Vision Board Inspiration, and it has 2 sections to it. The first is called 2020 Goals Vision Board, and then the second is called 2021 Goals Vision Board. So I'll leave the link to that Pinterest board down in the description box below, and feel free to look through it for any of these pictures or for any of the pictures I used last year as inspiration for your vision board. So lastly, I wanted to show my electronic vision board. And you might be thinking, like, what do you mean electronic? So for some people, making a physical copy of a vision board just isn't it. They just don't want to do it, and I completely understand that. So what I did is I took my vision board and kind of made it on my phone. So I'm going to insert a screen recording of my phone right here. But basically, I took all of the pictures that you can find on my Pinterest board and used them on my phone through the Widgets app. So here you can see that I have a picture of the city, 2021, and then my most used apps, my favorite quote, financial freedom, the YouTube icon, and then some more of my most used apps like stores, necessities, finances, and all that jazz. Then I have another quote, eat, sleep, create, with some social media. So obviously that is very content creation themed. And then I have another content creation page with a picture of an office. I think that office is beautiful. And obviously I have like the Photos app, Facetune, Lightroom, all of my editing apps for the most part. Then I have my fitness page, which this top one where it says 0 is supposed to be a step counter, but I just don't think it works. And then on the next one, I have some more of my pictures, like the travel one obviously goes with all of my travel apps. And then I have some entertainment, so like Netflix, YouTube, podcasts, music, streaming apps. And then on the last page is just some of the apps that I don't really use that often, like games, some of the computer related apps like iMovie and stuff. And then on this very last page, I have the extras folder, which is just apps that I really don't use at all. And then my Holy Bible app, which I actually do want to move over to an earlier page, but I just don't want to mess up the setup of my widgets. As you can tell, that is a really good option to kind of create a vision board on your phone without actually creating one physically. And I think that that's also amazing because we are all always on our phones. So I think it's a really good way to always have a reminder of your goals and what you want to achieve for the year. So that is going to be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I could give you some inspiration for your own goals and for your own vision board. Let me know in the comments below what your #1 goal is for this year. And don't forget to like this video, press the subscribe button, and turn your post notifications on. That way you always get notified every single time I upload a video. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.